2024 is the fresh start of the automotive industry. Based on the market records, it can be said that the entire automotive industry in the previous year has seen relative success, with Edmunds stating that there was a strong rebound in car sales in 2023 after the stale years due to the health crisis and global conflicts. Well, it's pretty exciting to see what's in store for us this 2024, and that's the very reason why I scoured the automotive community and scoured the hottest news and facts that would matter to any car buyer, reseller, or dealer. Hello everyone, this is Ted from CarLandTV. Take the back seat as I will give you some of the most important updates in new and used car markets this 2024. Before I start, I would like to ask you the favor of hitting the subscribe and notification bells. They help the channel a lot. Now buckle up, and let's get back to the video. Sales of new autos are expected to be slow. The first thing I want to talk about is a market projection published in the New York Times. Accordingly, the automotive industry will only expect a sale of 15.7 million new vehicles in 2024. To take this figure into perspective, it's worth noting that the total sales of vehicles in 2023 is 15.5 million. That was the time the sales increased from 12%. The cause for this expected slowdown is due to the increase in prices of these new cars and light trucks. It's also mentioned that the skyrocketing interest rates have been making it difficult for car consumers to satisfy their pent-up demands to buy new vehicles, which is a sad thing, to be honest. The dreaded pandemic has made it difficult for automakers to secure the essential parts for mass-producing vehicles, especially those computer chips. This shortage eventually resolved itself in 2023, but at the same time the Federal Reserve also pushed the interest rates to the ceiling, and this prompted an increase in the cost of new vehicles. In recent years, a significant number of consumers capitalized on 0% loans to finance their vehicle purchases amidst escalating prices. However, these enticing offers, often extended by automakers to stimulate sales, have dwindled considerably following the Federal Reserve's series of rate hikes. Data from Edmunds reveals that in the fourth quarter of 2023, new vehicle transactions with 0% financing constituted merely 2.3% of total sales, marking a stark decline in their prevalence. Toyota issues. Warning to used Toyota owners. Before the end of January 2024, Toyota had issued a warning to U.S. owners of used or old Toyota vehicles to take recall repairs as immediately as possible. The cause for this urgency is due to a faulty airbag inflator that could potentially explode and harm motorists. Specifically, the said automaker released a do not drive advisory for specific Toyota car models, such as the 2003 to 2004 Corolla, 2004 to 2005 RAV4, and 2003 to 2004 Corolla Matrix. These vehicles I mentioned are equipped with the Takata airbag inflators. For those who don't know, these Takata airbag inflators have a bad reputation on the road. Accordingly, over 30 deaths globally, the majority of which took place in the United States, are due to faulty Takata airbag inflators. Specifically, they are prone to explosions, which in turn can release metal shrapnel inside the vehicles. In the last decade alone, roughly 70 million Takata airbag inflators have been recalled in the United States by over 20 car makers. So far, this is the biggest recall in the automotive industry. So, if you are driving those Toyota vehicles I mentioned, I suggest you do what is told. And if you are planning to buy a used vehicle, better afford those cars too. The new cars with the highest inventory. When buying a new car, it's better that you go with those options with the highest inventory, especially if you are trying to save cash. After all, car models with high inventories are easier to negotiate with. In fact, the dealerships could even take the initiative to bring the best deals to you. For the month of January, the slowest selling car model is the Dodge Hornet, with a market day supply of 506. It is followed by another Dodge car, which is the Charger, as this one has a high market day supply of 436. It is closely being tailed by the Ram 2500, with a market day supply of 436, and another Dodge, the Challenger, with a 364 market day supply. It's worth noting that most of the cars that I mentioned are Stellantis brands, and apparently, this trend has been going on for 6 months already, according to CarEdge. Well, slow-selling cars don't mean they are bad cars. There are still some factors at play here. But the thing is, If you are going to negotiate for those vehicles, it's more likely that you will be able to secure better deals. But remember, your negotiation skills matter too. So, have a good hunt. Now let's go to the opposite pole. The most in-demand new cars for the 2024 market. I know that many car buyers want the best right from the get-go. Popularity is also a factor in choosing cars, whether you like the idea or not. But in the grand scheme, the reputation of reliability and performance are the primary driving forces for the demand for the following vehicles. The fastest-moving vehicles in the dealerships right now have extremely low market day supply. Leading on the list is the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid, with a market day supply of 5. It's followed by the Land Rover Range Rover Sport, with a market day supply of 18. They are being followed by BMW X5, Toyota Tacoma, and Toyota Sienna, with a market day supply of 18, 22, and 22, respectively. Throughout the list provided by CarEdge, the list of the best-selling cars in the United are Toyota brands. Well, this Japanese automaker is known for producing highly reliable cars in a price range that doesn't shy away from many consumers. For the luxury market, the BMW brand remains a popular choice. Since these cars have a high demand, it's expected that you can't negotiate them for a lower price. In fact, it may require you to have secure reservations if the dealerships offer it. Prices for used cars to stabilize in 2024. This is good news for car buyers. According to the industry expert Cox Automotive, consumers can expect more stable prices for highly sought used cars in the United States. This market projection is really significant, considering that for the past years, prices for pre-owned vehicles have stretched out. Cox Automotive used its Manheim Used Vehicle Value Index to track the prices of used vehicles sold in wholesale auctions in the United States. The agency indicated only a 0.5% increase by the end of 2024, which indicates a trend of stability. Fluctuations could happen every month due to factors like seasonality and preferences. The slight increase would compare with a 7% decline in 2023 and a nearly 15% drop in 2022 from inflated prices during the coronavirus pandemic. At that time, the availability of new vehicles fell to record lows due to supply chain and parts problems that interrupted vehicle production. The current stability in car prices is a positive development for prospective buyers. However, the prices of used vehicles remain elevated compared to pre-pandemic levels. Typically, retail prices tend to mirror changes in wholesale prices, but in recent years, retail prices have not decreased as rapidly as wholesale prices. According to reports from Cox, the average listing price for a used vehicle stood at $26,091 last month. This figure reflects a 3.9% decrease from the same time last year and a 7.5% drop from the end of 2021, when it was approximately $28,200. Cox's data indicates that average listing prices for used vehicles were below $20,000 in 2019. And finally, electric vehicles. More electric vehicles. Looking ahead to the 2024 market, it's imperative to address the significant shift that has marked the automotive industry over the last half-century: the transition to 100% electric vehicles. While the surge in new EV sales hasn't yet profoundly influenced the entire used car market, recent models of used electric vehicles are increasingly becoming a reality. Data from the third quarter of 2023 reveals that 7% of professional stocks under 2 years old were EVs, representing a notable increase compared to the same period in 2020, when they accounted for only 1% of stocks under 2 years old. These figures provide substantial insight, particularly concerning the sale dynamics of these vehicles. On average, they are priced 19% higher than their combustion engine counterparts and take 30% longer to sell. It is predicted that there will be a sustained rise in the availability of used vehicle EV stocks for 2024, with projections indicating that they will surpass 10% of used car stocks less than 2 years old. And that completes our list. Thanks for sticking to the end. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and share buttons. I know it's a chore, but it helps the channel a lot. Until next time, drive safely.